So we are going to play Keep Cut Trade Cleveland Sports Edition 2.0. It's a mixed bag of current players, former players, baseball, basketball, some non-sports related at all. So we'll start with this one. Keep Cut Trade. You know how it works. We'll start with some second basemen. Andres Gimenez, Nico Horner, or Gleyber Torres. Keep Cut Trade, Bull.
He threw a Cub in there.
I'm such a homer.
And a former Cub, too.
I'm such a homer.
How good is your guy?
Very good. He doesn't have any power, but he had like 50 steals and he's Gold Glove level defense. Gimenez is also Gold Glove level defense. Has better power than
What's
Horner.
his contract?
Not as Horner?
Yeah.
He signed like a moderate. He signed an extension for less than Gimenez, but I don't think it was as many years.
See, Gimenez is a good trade candidate because his contract is so appealing. He's locked in long term and the money's not crazy.
I would keep Nico Horner. I would trade Gimenez. I would cut Gleyber.
That's kind of what
Gleyber's
I was.
overrated.
Gleyber did not get an extension.
No.
Uh,
Actually, I'm going to reverse that. I'm going to keep Gimenez. Horner had a better year than Gimenez last year. I'm going to stick with it.
Yeah, I'm going with your order.
I'm keeping Horner, trading Gimenez and cutting Gleyber.
I think Gimenez has the. I don't know Horner's contract though, but Gimenez I know is very. He's signed for a long time, and it's very team friendly. So that brings a lot of trade value. When you're as good defensively as he is, the offensive upside is there. He didn't take the leap last year. A lot of people thought that he would. I wonder if this year if he's going to bat a little higher in the order. I'd like to see Gimenez, and we've talked about it for years, as the number 2 hole hitter. I don't know mentally how he would do with that. I think there's a reason they batted him on the bottom of the order as long as they have here. But Gleyber, without a contract extension, he's not going to have a ton of trade value. He's going to get big dollars. Gleyber, I was going to say Gleyber's the best player of the three, but I don't know.
think so.
Yeah, I don't know that he is.
I think Horner's extension was 3 years, $35 million.
Not bad.
I would trade Gimenez only because he's going to bring back the most in trade of those three.
The way y'all just said all of that stuff, it makes sense to me. So I'm going to go ahead and agree with what Justin said. I was going to go against it all, but I'm not even going to play that game today.
All right.
Gleyber did have a good season last year.
He did.
25 homers, 273 average. Not
How
the
many
defensive
homers
player
did
those two are.
Jimenez have last year?
15.
I think this is Gleyber's last year under contract. I think he's a free agent next year. And he's going to get paid.
Yeah.
All right,
Mike.
You like that one?
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on. We'll go to
do
some number 2 receivers in the NFL. Keep cut trade. Jerry Jeudy, Tyler Lockett, Christian Kirk. All making similar money.
I'm biased.
Why are you biased, Tyvus?
Because I played with Locke.
And what'd you call him? What's his nickname?
No E.
No weed?
No E.
No E.
So they call him No E.
So what are you going with?
I'm keeping Tyler Lockett because my boy.
Well, he's the best one of the three, too.
I'm trading Kirk because and I'm cutting Jeudy.
Yeah, I'm with Ty.
Yeah.
Judy's the worst of those three.
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. What's Kirk's contract?
He's making 18 mil, so a little more than Jeudy.
He's been good. I mean, Jeudy has upside. Those guys are what they are.
Well, you just saw Judy's trade value, a 5th and a 6th.
Yeah.
And
But
that extension doesn't
I
help.
kind of do it.
Yeah.
I don't think of it the exact same way. I think of it as I just rank them 1 through 3, and that's the way.
Well,
I do it.
that's the best way to do it because Locke is probably the oldest out of all of them.
Right.
You'll probably get the best trade value from Christian Kirk because he can show you he's more than just the 2. He could be a 1, and the whole offense goes around him. And Jeudy just hasn't proved it.
Kirk, that when he signed that contract to Jacksonville,
Everybody
I
said
and
they're
many others
crazy.
were killing him.
Yeah, that was
and he's
crazy.
been really good for them.
I start this segment with trade. That's the first one I start with. Because generally they're all about the same in ability. So what player is going to bring back the most? And that's the one you trade, usually.
And I think Judy's clearly the worst of those three guys.
Yeah.
Now he has upside, but those guys have already reached their upside.
Hopefully next year, if they ask us this question, we can change that. But
go ahead, Mike.
What it is.
We'll go a little basketball here. How about 3 point guards? Tyrese Maxey, Trae Young, and Darius Garland. Keep cut trade.
That's a shame.
What?
That's a shame.
Are these guys close?
Yeah.
We made this a week and a half ago before he had a couple bad games in a row.
That's a shame.
I just think of those two as being way better, but I don't know the NBA as well as you guys. Am I crazy?
I think I'm cutting Darius.
Yeah, Darius.
I think I'm trading. I think you get the most trade value for
Trae.
Trae.
Yeah.
and
keep Maxey.
I may have to just go back on everything I just said, though, because I like Trae Young a lot more than Tyrese Maxey.
I do, too.
So you're keeping Trae. You're trading.
You like Trae more than Maxey?
Yeah, I do. I like Trae more because Trae actually gets assists as well. Maxey's a scorer.
Trae's a shithead.
He is. And he's a defensive liability.
But I think he's I get sucked in to Trae.
But he also had that postseason run he had. Like he showed me something. He showed me something.
That postseason run was a fraud.
You think so?
The only reason they won was because Ben Simmons forgot the basket was what you put the ball into and never played again. If it wasn't for Ben Simmons completely.
Wait a minute. They took the Bucks to 7, didn't they?
Yeah, but they shouldn't have been there is my point. They should have lost to Philly.
They still took the champions to 7 that year.
Bigger fraud. The Hawks run, Daniel Jones at quarterback, or Isaac Okoro's offensive game. What's the biggest fraud?
Sheesh.
I will keep
That's a good question.
Daniel Jones as a quarterback is the biggest fraud.
Yeah.
I'll trade Trae Young because some people clearly still believe in him. And Isaac's not a fraud, so Isaac, you get cut, but that's the best situation for him.
I'm keeping Maxey, trading Young, and cutting Darius.
I'm doing that. I'm agreeing with you on that one.
You say that again?
Keeping Maxey.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, I agree with you.
He flipped the other
I
two.
don't know. You're talking me back into it. What do you think you get most for in trade, Mike? Which one?
Young.
Not Darius.
I don't know if Trae Young's trade value is as high as you think. He's put up good numbers on bad teams. He's tough to play with. They traded for DeJounte Murray. It's gone terrible. Maxey, in his first chance to shine without Harden, is going to win Most Improved Player. He's averaging 26 and 6 this season on 45 and 38% splits. I really like Maxey.
All right, you convinced me.
But like Trae Young's going to get a max contract. I don't think you can build a team around Trae Young. I'm not saying you can build a team around Tyrese Maxey as your star either.
You put him with,
but I'm not sure he's
you
getting
put
the
him
same
with
level
Wemby,
of
they
contract.
winning it.
Well, it goes back to what we said multiple times.
Embiid.
You don't ever want to build your team around a point guard, really.
Yeah.
You don't want your point guard to be your best player.
When Embiid was playing, has his assist gone down?
His scoring's gone up a tick. His
No, there's
assists have gone
always
down
one
a tick.
guy.
Yeah.
There's always an exception to the rule. But for the most part, if your point guard's your best player, generally speaking, overwhelmingly,
You lose.
you're not going to go very
Unless
far.
it's Isaiah Thomas or Steph Curry, maybe the two of the greatest
Steph
point guards
also
of all time.
had unbelievable talent all around him.
Luka Doncic.
But Isaiah was clearly the best player on those Pistons.
Yeah, he was.
And he had a lot of good players around him, those superstars.
Magic Johnson.
Well, Magic Johnson was a 6'9" point guard.
And he played with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and James Worthy. And
Yeah, but he was also not a small. The problem,
Correct.
right?
But nobody ever said that Kareem was the greatest.
But
they said
again,
Magic was.
I'm talking about through the history
That's
of the
not
team,
true.
30 teams times 30 years, and you come up with like 3 guys out of 900.
And I don't even think Magic counts because he was so big. He wasn't.
Yeah,
like a
Magic
point.
played center on one of those.
Yeah,
games.
he did.
Luka Doncic just they about the same.
I know,
way.
but
Luka
when
hasn't won shit
Jason
yet.
says point guard, he's talking about small guards, basically.
Say
Right?
that. Well, he need to say that. Then.
guys who are in charge of everything.
Yeah.
Like,
LeBron plays point guard for the Lakers.
How good are they doing?
Tyvus, you're trying to find a loophole that
I mean,
doesn't
you're out of
exist here,
control
man.
right now.
It's
he
the
also
rule
likes
first.
PJ Walker, so
Yeah.
enough said.
His name is.
You
Philip.
guys mentioned Magic Johnson. He's actually in our next Keep Cut Trade.
Okay.
We're going historical NBA guys. Keep Cut Trade. Magic, Larry, and Kobe.
Woo!
Come on now.
This is interesting.
Wow.
I am keeping Kobe Bean Bryant.
I'm cutting Kobe.
I'm keeping Kobe. I'm trading Magic, and I'm cutting Larry.
Of course you're going to cut the white guy.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
He's the best white guy ever.
We don't have very many.
Luka Doncic is here.
Luka Doncic is not better than Larry Bird. Get the hell out of here. Luka Doncic is a fat bastard.
Luka is nice on the court.
Luka could not have played
I'm
in that
keeping
era.
Kobe,
Get outta here.
trading Magic, and cutting Larry. There it is.
Damn it. You see, I'm in a bind because if we keep Bird, then we're racist.
We're racist.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
Damn it.
That's right.
I'm
not
keeping
cutting Bird.
Magic, trading Bird, and cutting Kobe. Bleep Kobe.
Y'all crazy.
I would cut Kobe.
I'm not cutting
I would cut
Kobe.
Kobe.
I'd take Bird and Magic over Kobe any
Kobe.
day of the week.
Y'all, in today's NBA, I'm keeping Kobe.
You know what? Just give me my white hood now. I'm keeping Larry.
Oh, my God.
Give me a cross. I'll burn it. I'm keeping Larry.
Oh, my
Trading
God.
Magic. Because, again, I think you get more trade value for Magic.
That's why I said I'm trading him. I'm keeping Kobe, trade Magic,
Kobe.
cutting Larry.
Did Kobe win a championship without Shaq?
Yes. Paul Gasol?
He won with Gasol. In
How
that
many
second
times?
iteration.
One?
Twice.
2. He won 3 with Shaq, 2 without.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I mean, these are
I mean,
all-time
that's an
greats.
impossible.
I mean, it's 3 top 12 guys of
It's
all
an
time.
impossible.
Yes.
But to me, when I think of basketball, it's always Magic and Bird first.
Kobe got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th.
Well, that's because Kobe didn't have to go up. Magic and Bird had to go up against each other. What did Magic win? 4?
I thought Magic had. I'll look it up. I thought he had 5.
Yeah, I think he had more than 4. I think.
And what did Bird have? 3? 2?
Bird had 3.
Bird only
No,
had 3. Sheesh.
Magic has 5 rings.
I'm keeping Magic. I'm taking the hood off. I'll keep Magic.
God. Yeah, well, keep it Magic.
Y'all are
Magic.
sick.
Trading Bird.
Kobe.
Cutting.
R.I.P. Kobe. Kobe is like the second best. No. He might be the best Laker.
Kobe?
Yeah.
The best Laker ever.
Some people call him that.
He ain't the best Laker ever.
Who is it? Magic?
It ain't Kobe.
Kareem?
Why is it not?
Bill Russell?
Why is it not Kobe?
Bill Russell did not play for the Lakers.
Not Bill Russell.
Kareem, people,
Chamberlain.
They
Will
shut
Chamberlain.
down the
People
NBA when he passed.
people just dismiss Kareem like he never existed.
Yeah.
This man,
Shaq
the amount of points that
would
this
have
man
killed
scored-
Kareem.
the amount of points that Kareem scored without shooting threes when he lost 4 years to college.
Yes.
I think Kareem's the 3rd best player of all time.
Kareem might be.
Is Giannis in front of? Is he behind Giannis?
It's impossible. It's impossible to ever solve
I'm asking
these debates.
McNuggets.
Yeah, these debates-
Earl's got a question for you real quick.
Hey, Jason, it's funny this conversation came up because Magic Johnson said that Kobe is the greatest Laker of all time.
Of course he's going to say that.
What's he going to say?
He's going to say, what's he going to say? I'm the greatest?
Yes.
Only Ali would say that. And LeBron would probably say that.
Kobe would say it too.
Kobe would say that.
LeBron's not even in the conversation.
LeBron
of
has
top best
never been
Laker.
embraced out there like he thought he would be.
Why would he
Why
think?
did he think he would
I don't know
be?
why he
That's
thought he
weird.
would be.
He's one of the greatest. He might be the greatest of all time.
Yeah, but
And he rolled into town and said,
not-
I'm here. They're like,
But it
we
was-
don't care.
All of that happened before. I mean, he won a ring out there in the bubble ring, but
yeah, that's a.
and he
vote.
got his
That's
40. He got his.
talk about fraud ring. All those bubble rings in all sports
No,
are
no, no.
frauds.
The NBA bubble ring is legit.
That's fraud.
No, the
fraud.
NBA bubble ring was legit.
Fraud.
What's the next?
Dodgers
one?
World Series is a fraud.
Well,
the
that'll give
Bieber
you
and
the-
Bauer Cy Youngs are frauds.
When they were put in the bubble, I've heard some stories about how tough.
Oh, tough for millionaires to play basketball in front of nobody, and have to sit in a dorm room all the time.
There was a lot of mental and emotional grind involved in that.
Listen,
toughest 2
my
months.
boy Lou
You got
went-
prison camp.
Lou
and then
got
you
up
the
out
bubble.
of there. Lou went to. Lou got the wings. I don't know what you talking about. Lou Williams.
The
Said,
11 pepper
I'm going.
wings.
I'm going to get these wings from the strip club. I'm out of here.
Oh, you
By the
said
way,
Lou as if I was supposed to know.
You
who the
don't
hell
know
you're
who
talking
Lou is? He's
Yeah,
a
be
legend.
about. I mean, I know
Be
who
better.
Lou Williams is, but it's not like he's a star.
and we got some more, so let's run through these.
Yeah,
Also,
go
the
ahead.
Cavs have signed Marcus Morris for the rest of the season. Just FYI.
Thank.
No,
Chris
no
Fedor just
shock.
broke that news.
No
All
shock.
right, next up, we're going back to current NFL players. Keep, cut, trade this tight end trio. T.J. Hawkinson, David Njoku, Sam Laporta.
I am keeping Sam Laporta. I am trading.
Hawkinson, and I'm cutting Njoku. Man, all the Browns guys have been nasty these
That might
days.
be right. That might be right. Keep Sam, trade Hawkinson.
This
cut-
one's not even close for me. Njoku's a nice player, but he's not in the level with the other two.
I'm ambivalent on this one. I don't,
He's ambivalent.
I don't have strong feelings. on
Mike,
this.
you think Njoku's in the same class with
great
those two
word.
guys?
ambivalent.
I think his season last year was, yeah.
I am really high on Njoku.
I mean,
Laporta put
my
up those numbers
thing-
as a rookie.
my thing with
It took
Njoku.
David Njoku 7 years to get there.
He did it 1 year. You got to prove it twice.
My thing with
Well,
Njoku.
David Njoku's only done it 1 year. What's he done?
I need to see him with Deshaun.
Njoku was a slappy until last year.
I need to see him with Deshaun.
No?
That's all I need to see.
I don't know if I go slappy.
And
but-
Laporta had a better year than Njoku last year.
Listen, I'm keeping Laporta. That's not. But I think the Hawkinson one is legit.
No.
Hawkinson
out
doesn't
of
block.
mind.
Getting a great block.
It don't matter for the other two.
I like
everybody.
Njoku,
I'm
but
keeping
he's not,
Laporta.
he's not better than those guys. Go ahead.
Steve, skip this one. We'll come back to this one in a sec.
Oh, what happened?
Next one.
Yeah.
You have to win one game. You have to win one game.
Oh, Lord.
This is for a one-game scenario.
This messed me up.
Doc Rivers, John Calipari, and didn't change it. That's Marvin Lewis, not Hugh Jackson.
I was going to say, what is Hugh Jackson?
No, it's Marvin Lewis, not Hugh Jackson. Ignore the picture of Hugh. That is supposed to be Marvin Lewis. And if you read this email, replace Hugh Jackson with Marvin Lewis.
Why couldn't you have Hugh Jackson?
Win what? Because no one's picking Hugh. Tyvus said it was too easy to cut Hugh there. So Marvin Lewis, Doc Rivers, John Calipari to win one game.
Well, hasn't Calipari won a championship?
Oh, he's won multiple.
Yeah, so I don't know. Why would
So
you
is
have?
Because he been getting bounced.
Yeah, but why would you put Marvin Lewis? Marvin Lewis never won a playoff game.
But
Maybe
he always,
you wanna-
he
maybe
always
you wanna
had
take him.
great regular season. It's one game. You just want him to win one game.
Is it a playoff game or is it a
That's
regular
what
season
I
game?
asked.
It's a championship, game 7. Championship on the line.
Championship game 7.
I guess I'd take
I'd
take Calipari. I'd trade Doc. I'd cut Marvin Lewis.
Who's on my team? I'm definitely cutting Marvin Lewis.
Yeah, I mean he shouldn't even be on that graphic. He's never won anything.
I think Doc is so overrated.
I do too.
But how can he take Cal?
Well, he's been bad recently, but he hadn't been bad
So is
earlier.
Doc-
so is
bad
Doc.
recently.
But Doc only won one, right?
I'll take Doc. I can't.
All
remember
right,
say
there you
that.
go.
I'll
We
take
got
Doc.
You taking Doc?
Who are you taking, Calipari?
Over Cal? Like, this is present day right now? I'd take Doc. Because if it's an NBA game, Cal ain't winning that.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. I don't think the sport matters.
Well, they don't play game 7 in college.
He said it was just a championship game.
Just a championship game. It could be bocce ball championship. Need one coach.
Bocce ball championship.
All right, Bo, you like this one next one better.
Okay.
Keep cut trade. John Elway, Peyton Manning, or Steve Young.
Oh, that's easy. I mean, that's easy.
I'm cutting Peyton.
What?
I'm keeping Peyton.
Yeah.
I'm trading Elway. I'm cutting Steve
That's
Young.
exactly what I was going to say.
To me, that's an easy one.
What?
To me, there's clear
Oh,
lines.
I don't know.
of
I don't know if that's easy. I could keep Elway. Elway was.
I was about to say Elway is arguably the greatest prospect.
No, Peyton Manning was the greatest quarterback prospect.
No, he wasn't. John Elway was. Coming out of college? Everybody, John Elway was.
I think it was Peyton. It's a hard comparison only because they played in two different eras of offense.
Steve Young is third on that list.
Yeah, Steve Young is definitely third.
I mean, how many championships Steve got? 2?
I don't know.
Steve, I believe, won 2. I'll look it up.
Do they all got 2?
Elway's got 2 and Peyton's got 2. I don't know about Steve Young.
Steve has 3.
Steve Young had 3?
He has 3.
Those Niners teams were just ridiculous.
2-time NFL MVP.
And he was a lefty. I give him credit for that.
Led the NFL in touchdown passes 4 seasons.
Y'all sleeping on Steve.
I'm not sleeping on him. He's a great quarterback, but he's not Peyton
Six-time
Manning or John
All-Pro.
Elway. All right, next.
Speaking of Steves, keep cut trade. Take it, please. EP Steve, Steve Harvey, or Director Steve?
I'm cutting Director Steve.
I'm keeping Steve Harvey.
I'm cutting Director Steve flat out. It ain't even. That's not even an option. He's gone. Now the other two, that's.
I like for Steve Becker. It's just like a weird headshot.
Anthony, where'd you find that picture?
That is his LinkedIn profile picture, Steve.
I'm keeping Steve Harvey.
Although
Steve Harvey would bring back most in trade.
I'm about to say trade value.
I am keeping Director Steve.
He ain't even. It's not.
I'm
even.
Trading Steve Harvey because I get a lot in return.
Yeah.
And no offense to EP Steve, he's not here.
Well,
I just said that in
Director-
mind.
you just
Director
cut-
Steve ain't even
cutting
an
the
option for
executive
keep
director
or
Steve.
trade.
You
He's
can't cut-
100%.
Executive producer.
You
Steve.
can't cut your boss. I'm keeping Director
I'm cutting
Steve.
the boss.
I'm keeping Director
You gotta have
Steve.
the guts
Or
to
I'm-
cut-
I mean, executive producer Steve.
You
Sorry,
gotta have
Director
the guts to to cut the boss. You gotta have it.
No, I like the guy.
I
Who,
can't cut. I can't. Yeah.
I like the guy who approves my checks.
I
I'll keep
agree
him.
with
Yeah.
that. I approve this message.
Trade Steve Harvey and cut Director Steve. Sorry, buddy.
Yep.
I was there for you, Director
That's the
Steve.
correct order right there,
Don't forget
Jason.
that.
We're gonna turn the mics on this, Steve.
If I get fired, Steve, I'm expecting you to pay for me. Pay
Steve,
me.
between the 3 on the panel, how would you keep cut and trade? Tyvis, Jason, Bull.
Doesn't even know how to work the mic.
Yeah. based on Jason saying that you have to get like the most value when you trade, so I'm going to trade Jason because I think he's the most valuable.
Hey,
jeez, thanks a lot, Steve.
And now this next one's kind of tough between the cut and the keep. Based on 2 years of history, I would have to cut Tyvis.
Who could have seen that coming?
Yeah, and I would keep Bull.
Thank you.
You know, because I mean it's tough to make that decision, but yeah, Tyvis would be cut. He would be killed.
Damn.
And then the other one that you can't use, he would get that too. But yeah, that's what I would decide on.
Did he say he would be killed?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Man, Steve
Because
just
it's
took that
supposed
a
to
whole
be.
nother
It's
level.
supposed to be Mary.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! What's wrong with him, man? What's wrong? Look, see, that's the thing. That's how I know. That's why you belong where you at, because I didn't kill you off. I didn't kill you off. Said you should be cut.
Well, I thought he was referencing something else, and I was like,
Yeah, I didn't know where he was going with that.
I thought Steve said something.
Is that the last one, or we got one more?
No, we got more.
go.
Earl? Yeah, I was. Whew, Steve, you got hot trouble. All right, we got 3 more. These are dad activities.
Okay.
Keep, cut, trade. Doing the laundry, mowing the lawn, or building IKEA furniture.
Oh, that's easy for
I'm
me.
cutting IKEA furniture. I despise.
You
Yeah,
gotta
I'm with
build
you.
an IKEA. Oh, cut that. That's not happening.
I'm keeping doing the laundry. I hate mowing the lawn too.
So you trading that?
I'm trading mowing the lawn. I'm
I
cutting
do.
furniture, and I'm doing the lawn. I
I
don't
agree.
mind doing the laundry.
I
I'm fine
agree with that
Yeah.
statement. I'm with you. That IKEA furniture is not happening.
It comes in
God.
37
Not happening.
boxes.
Oh.
The directions are in Dutch. No.
You might as well just turn the YouTube video.
I don't mind the grass. I don't mind it.
I don't mind the other two. The first that I'm not built. No, I'm not doing that.
I've been doing a lot of laundry the last couple weeks. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
2 more.
At least I can watch TV while I fold laundry.
This is true.
Go ahead.
Wings, burger, pizza. Keep, cut, trade.
I'm keeping wings, trading pizza.
My favorite of each.
I'm
Yeah,
keeping
the
wings,
best version of
trading. Ooh, you can't. I'm keeping wings. The other two, it don't matter. But I'm keeping the wings.
I love a good burger. I'll keep a burger.
These guys are lost, but I can't blame them because they didn't grow up in the mecca of pizza.
I'm cutting pizza.
I'm cutting pizza.
infuriate
I'm cutting pizza too,
Just
and I'm
I
trading the
don't blame
burger
you.
now.
I don't blame you. I'm keeping pizza, trading burger, and cutting wings. Wings are wings.
Look, Earl,
Earl's ready to come back from behind the curtain and fight
I'll
Bull.
get you even
that
madder.
man
Earl.
sound crazy.
I think
Bull,
wings
we have
are.
the behind the glass panel has voted. That is the whitest thing you've ever done.
All right. I think wings are the most overrated food
you are sick.
ever.
Hey, man.
Ever.
Hey.
9 times out of 10, wings are nothing. Wow. When you get great wings, it's special. But 9 times out of
It's
10,
special.
wings are nothing.
Yeah,
They're
you
overrated.
tripping.
They're not that good.
That's crazy.
That's not crazy.
I just said it is. So it
That
is.
boy,
Mike,
Earl
I
from
assume
behind
you would keep pizza.
cutting wings.
I would keep pizza. I'd trade wings. I'd cut burgers.
I love a good burger. Five Guys. Oh.
Five Guys is a good burger?
Yes.
It's overcooked.
It is not.
You got to go to independent places, Jason. What are you talking about?
Five Guys is spectacular.
Fast food.
Five Guys is really good.
You like a well done burger?
Actually, I like it a little bit medium rare, but their
You
burgers
can't get
are
a
so
medium rare burger
I know,
at Five
but
Guys.
they're so good that it overcomes.
Oh,
What are
Jason, what do you prefer? 5 Guys or 6?
Five Guys or what?
Or what?
6.
Did he say? Did I say 6 Guys or he said?
No,
Six Guys?
are you
No.
a 4
Oh,
guy?
y'all
I said I
sick.
love Five Guys.
Y'all
4 guys
crazy.
isn't enough, so.
Y'all sick. Hey, y'all out of pocket. Y'all out of pocket.
Oh my God! Go ahead, go one more.
We do have one more. So this is from a fan perspective. You're gonna see the pictures. The pictures just emulate the situation. It's not these 3. So as a fan, let me pull up real quick. Let me pull this up exactly so I read this correctly. I got
some shenanigans going on here.
No, it's not shenanigans. I just want to make sure I'm reading it correctly. From a fan perspective, would you rather have a ton of cap space, a top 10 draft pick, or a really enticing young prospect who wasn't not a top 10 pick, like a guy you drafted in the late first round, or a DeJuan Jones type, a fourth-round pick who showed a really good rookie
Then you
season?
should have showed an intriguing guy like DeJuan Jones instead of a non-intriguing guy like Imani Bates. But
I'm keeping a ton of cap space, trading the pick and cutting.
I would need to know who the owner of the team is.
What sport are we talking
What's
about?
the other one?
This is just generic from a fan. Would you rather have cap space, a top 10 pick, or like a prospect like DeJuan Jones or Imani Bates?
I'm keeping the cap space,
Craig Porter Jr.
trading the top pick and cutting whatever that last one is.
I'm keeping the draft pick, trading the cap space, and cutting Imani Bates.
I'm all about value.
God.
I am keeping the young prospect who's cheap because you get the most value for that. I'm trading the top 10 because you get the most value for that in trade because everyone loves the shiny toy.
Yeah, but what if it's Imani Bates and he never becomes anything?
No, but I'm not keeping Imani Bates in this instance, but I'm keeping someone like a Shane Bieber.
Okay.
A Shane Bieber.
All right. Well,
he was a nobody fifth-round pick.
But you're saying it like as if it's a guarantee.
Well, that's why. You're
saying
how
it's a
this
guarantee.
is.
It's not.
But it's a guy who was not. DeJuan Jones is probably, or Martin Emerson.
But you'd have to take that one before you knew how good the player was.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Well, no. That's crazy.
But it's like a year after Martin Emerson.
Yeah,
you see him for a year.
It's when you know you've got something there. Obviously, you're not going to keep a fifth-round pick over a top 10 pick. But if you see like, oh, wow, we got great value here.
All right.
We got something for this.
I got you.
I would cut the cap space because it's not nearly as valuable anymore as it used to be.
Yes, it is.
At least in
You
the
can look at
You
Kyron Williams.
could
as the
always
perfect example
overpay
for that.
somebody to come.
What's that?
What good
Right.
that to you?
You could
Go
like
get you
Kyron
somebody.
Williams was a fifth-round pick, someone like that. Or Puka Nacua essentially be a good person.
I would take that, trade the top 10 pick, and cut the cap space.
I'm keeping the cap space.
That wasn't a good one.
All right, so we have no super chats. So we're just gonna keep coming up with some more. Oh, we do. We just got a super chat.
Yeah.
Let me pull this up. Mudaloo says, "Can we get Earl on the mic to tell Bull he's out of pocket?" Earl, the mic is yours.
Boy, I love you, man.
I love you too.
But you cutting wings. You out of pocket. You out of pocket.
Cut wings and
You out
Kobe.
of pocket,
What a
man.
day.
What would you
wings.
Earl, which one would you have cut?
I'm cutting pizza.
You see,
I'm trading burgers because you put cheese on them. So people who eat cheeseburgers.
well, you're out of
I can get
pocket
a lot
for
of value for that.
anti-cheeseburgers.
I can get a lot of value for a cheeseburger. Like, I'm in Cleveland. I can cut pizza and be fine with that. But you can never ever cut wings. Like ever.
I think wings are overrated.
I can't believe you can't.
Earl, someday you and I are going to go to New York together, and I'm going to get you great pizza, and you're going to change your mind. I bet you.
All right, well, I'm going to go to Calypso's, and I'm going to bring you in a 12 Club, extra butter, extra seasoning. And I promise you, it'll change your mind.
I'll go with you to Calypso's, but I like wings. I just think, and like I said, every once in a while you go to a place that's got great wings, and I'm like, oh, yeah. But a lot of places that have wings, they're just nothing. By the way, worst wings I've ever had, I probably shouldn't say this.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings, without a doubt.
What you say? That's
Their
the worst?
wings are the worst.
Oh,
I don't know why anybody goes there.
Listen, I don't
hate them.
I don't hate them either, but
they're just so
I ain't
small.
You know
gonna
what
say
wings
they
we
the
do love
greatest.
here at UCSS though? Wingstop. Hit us up.